Hey guys, quick note before the video begins. I do a terrible job at promoting things, so much so that someone left a comment saying they didn't even know that I have a clothing brand. Guess what? Our fall release for Rascal Apparel, of which I'm very proud of, just went live today, Friday, September 27th. We have over a dozen designs. We got heavy metal, we got some Peach Boys, we got some sweaters, we have a lot of different things. Things are very limited edition. People send me DMs all the time. Yo, when are you gonna get this thing back in stock? We don't. We keep things limited items so we can keep innovating. If you're interested in anything on Rascal Apparel, the launch is live, stock is limited. Link to that is in the description, rascalapparel.com. Now, let's begin the video.
We're recording.
Yeah, I'm just getting a dude. Can I casually pose? Like, jeez.
Doesn't look that casual.
Dude, it's not straining at all. I totally am not gonna have a stroke. What was I talking about? What's cracking, guys? Omar Isuf here, back with another video. Look, I'm getting shred. It's getting scary. People online are noticing. These are the facts. 2 bicep veins. I might actually look one day like I lift. And speaking of that, let's talk about a muscle group that gets often neglected. And luckily, I'm gonna show you a quick tip today, a quick hypertrophy tip to win all the hypertrophies when it comes to your posterior delt, your rear deltoid, and how to use the pec deck, which we have not featured pretty much at all ever on this channel because it's relegated to a corner in Fortis. Sean has since moved it right next to the AstroTurf, so I saw it and I'm like, you know what? There is some use that you could gain from this. Reason being, the rear deltoids, the posterior deltoids, for a lot of people, they can be hard to target. Why? Well, the common advice, which is very good when it comes to rowing in general, or all back movements, would be retract your scapula, right? So you want to do the row, retract your scapula. Same idea when it comes to the pull-up, where at the top you're retracting, so you allow your shoulders to internally rotate and then you retract to the top. Cool. For a lot of rowing movements, it makes a lot of sense. And when you think about the bench press, you want to once again pack those shoulders. But with the rear delts, it's actually the exact opposite. And I've spoken a little bit about this before, but we're going to use the pec deck dash, I guess you'd call it the reverse fly deck, whatever you want to call it. Make up your own name for this, the House of Pain machine. And what we want to do, we want to put it on the setting where it's all the way to the end. And we're going to keep constant tension. I'm going to explain why. And we're going to make sure instead we protract the shoulders forward. So everything that you've been told not to do, we're actually going to do. As once again, this isn't even a tertiary movement. It's not your third movement. This would be your 5th or 6th movement. And for some people that notice to themselves, like once again, I do a lot of pull-ups, like, damn man, you got lats? You're damn right. I noticed with myself, the posterior delts compared to the anterior delts, the front delt, your bench press, over press, they already get enough love and attention. Anytime you do shoulder flexion, boom, they're getting targeted. Those posterior delts, a little bit harder, right? You might feel your rhomboids instead take over. Okay, so what do we want to do? Set up the pec deck all the way around. Select a comfortable grip. It could be either a neutral grip, pronated grip, doesn't matter. And then from there, you're gonna roll the shoulders forward. So think to yourself, the cue I would tell everyone is like you're hugging the machine, okay? You're giving it some, public display of affection. And then from there, after it's rounded forward, almost like you're doing a crab most muscular, from there, you wanna make sure, slight elbow bend, you want to make sure keeping the tension in the posterior delt so you're not retracting the shoulder blade. Bring it not all the way open like this, open palm, but bring it until you feel the tension still there. Because what will happen, and for a long time I was guilty of this, you do a rear delt movement and you start protracted, but then kind of by the midway point, you naturally go into that glide, that groove of what? Oh, retracting your shoulder blades. And no wonder people feel it in their upper traps, they feel it overall in their traps, they feel it in their rhomboids, and they never feel it in their posterior deltoid. It's a small muscle. Let's give it the attention that it deserves. Let's do 15 to 20 repetitions. Let's make sure we keep our shoulder blades protracted, the whole time, and then keep constant tension so we never let it relax at the point where it's the easiest. And that is why the pec deck dash the reverse fly deck is useful, because it keeps that constant tension. When you do a dumbbell, because of the line of pull, at the bottom portion from here to here when you're doing a dumbbell, reverse fly, it's not really working that hard. Whereas at the top, the strength curve, really at the top, it becomes very hard. That is why I am a fan of the reverse pec deck, because you're able then to keep the tension, so you keep it on that posterior delt that's hard enough to target as is, And it's easy with that cue of the pad, of you rounding forward, like you're hugging the pad in order to keep that tension. It's a small muscle group, but these are the facts. This is what's important right here in order to try and target every single muscle group and leave no muscle group behind besides your calves. What? And that is why, guys, this quick tip I think is an effective tip. And guess what? Because I'm leaner, you can see the posterior delts. If you don't believe me, just zoom in until it's only 3 pixels big and you will see it too. Anyways, I gotta get out of here. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoy these quick tips, if you wanna win all the trophies, make sure to do yourself a favor and like the damn video, and I'll see all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace. Oh, wait. Something right here. Right in the neck 7. Okay, we may have suffered a stroke.
Eat your vegetables, eat your vegetables, eat your fucking vegetables.